is John Costa, the editor of Citizen's Eye, and we're here in Town Hall Square outside the bike park, and I've been joined by Rod and Andy. Good morning, gents.
Morning.
Good. Rod, explain to us a little bit about what you and your colleagues are doing here today in Leicester.
Right, we're on a 2-and-a-bit day ride from London to Chesterfield. So Post Office headquarters is in London. We've got a big administrative centre in Chesterfield, and we're on a campaign to promote cycle to work amongst our colleagues in the Post Office and amongst some of the suppliers that we're working with. And it's also a charity bike ride where we're raising some money for Barnardos, which is our Royal Mail and Post Office charity partner this year. So we've been working with post offices on the route, and we'll be talking to the partners we meet in Leicester today to raise a bit of money for Barnardos, and also to celebrate all the cycling initiatives that's going on in Leicester, and to promote cycling generally.
Excellent. So who are you visiting today? What partners are you visiting here in Leicester?
We're visiting HSBC Merchant Services, who are joining us for card processing, debit credit card processing for the Post Office. We're going to the City Centre WH Smith's Post Office branch in Leicester, and we're going to Aon Travel Services, who are our travel insurance providers for the Post Office, and they've got a contact centre on the Ring Road. So we've got quite a lot of people. It's quite a hub for the Post Office, Leicester.
Okay, and where are your colleagues from that are joining you?
I've got one colleague, Lorraine Garvey, who works in my team in Chesterfield. So we've got a team that does back office finance processing for the Post Office. I've got Richard Walden and Jonathan Knox, who are out of our internal communications team, and they're based in London. And Dave Pardo from our security team, and he's based out of Wigan, and travelling around the country for security operations.
Excellent. Now I'm going to ask you a personal question now, because all of these bikes here, they're all kind of like Cannondales and various makes and stuff like that, and you've actually got, forgive me Andy, I'm just going to get Rod's bike in here. Someone actually has already been past and told me about how expensive your Brooks seat would probably be. Like, so what's it like trying to keep up with these guys when they're all on these really fast machines and you've got a classic tourer?
Well, I think that the Brooks saddle's done me justice. It's been really comfortable, that saddle. I've managed to slipstream a bit, but as soon as you lose the wheel, then I'm way off the back. But the guys have been good. Now and again, they've given me a slipstream to follow them. And thankfully we've had a bit of a tailwind this morning as well. So
ready for the glory run into Chesterfield tomorrow.
Indeed, yeah.
Excellent. What do you think of our bike maps here? You know,
well, I think that the bike maps look fantastic, and I think everything that I've found out so far about what's going on in Leicester with the bikes is great. I think the bike park down there, that's fantastic. Having a city centre service for people cycling to work, showers, because there's a number of people like us who've got large processing centres where you can have a shower there, but so many people who work in shops who might want to cycle to work, they don't have a shower at work. So I think this is great to get more people able to cycle and feel comfortable about cycling to work. And Tim's just sorted some of my bike out, but he says my chain is exceedingly dead, and some of the cables are rusty. So it's no wonder I was slipping off the back of the group.
You'll get nothing but extreme honesty from Tim Hudson of Future Cycles, that's for sure. Right, let's come on to Andy. Now Andy, you're the City Council cycling coordinator. I mean, it's been a busy couple of days for you, hasn't it, with the new City Mayor's initiative, at least which 4 of the pledges are cycling related, and we've already taken photographs for you this morning on BBC Radio Leicester. How's it going, yeah?
It's going fantastically. Yeah, we did the launch yesterday of the Mayor's 100 pledges. As you say, 4 of the pledges are specifically for cycling, around particularly promoting to new and family cycling. So the Cycling Cultures Conference, the bikeability work, the Sky Rides commitments that the city's made for the 50 lead rides over the summer, and then the big community ride at the end of August over the bank holiday weekend. And the Mayor's particularly interested in looking at the idea of a public bike hire scheme, so kind of a launch of the investigations really, and the idea of maybe we can look at a scheme that looks like the London bike hire scheme for Leicester, if it fits the model. So really exciting times, and it's been launched during Bike Week, so that's really convenient. And with Rod and his team coming along today on a charity bike ride, it's kind of all come together, which is lovely.
Now you've been working quite closely with us for Citizen's Eye, with like last year's Sky Ride doing the media, and obviously, you know, now with the Ride Leicester brand also becoming one of our latest news agencies. I mean, it's great, isn't it? Because you've got this bike park here, which is a service for people coming into Leicester and regular cyclists, and then you've got people who, like Rod, who are doing a bit of a tour. And then I don't think you can open the Mercury these days without someone using some sort of cycling related activity to raise money for charity. charity. Are these the kind of things you're looking the bike park to reach out and be for people, which is like bike fixes before you go off on charity rides and things like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the bike park is geographically and socially a kind of a hub for the city. It's right, you know, it couldn't be any more central to the city than the town hall square underneath the town hall building and the location of the councils. It provides an opportunity for people to walk in and find out about cycle training, about bike fixing. It provides secure parking, all manner of kind of projects that are going on. It's the central hub for us. We're really interested in the idea that we're reaching out beyond the existing cycling community. It's about new and returning cyclists. There's been a five-year growth in the city. Over 5 years, there's been a 5-year growth, and we've now seen a 130% increase from where we were 5 years ago. An extra 1,000 cyclists every year in the city. Probably the best, or the biggest increase, strongest increase in the country outside of London. And we take that as a kind of a sense of pride for the city. But quite rightly, the councillors are saying, and the mayor's team are saying, let's not be complacent. If we want double cycling again over the next 5 or 10 years, we've got to put the building blocks in place. And the building blocks are multifaceted. There's lots of different opportunities. Bike park's one element of it, the sky ride's one element of it, the bikeability, cycle training, and the adult cycle training's one element of it. The bike recycling projects in the city are another element of it. And that means that when organisations like Rod's come along and they want to do a charity ride through the city, it's easy for them and it's easy for other people in the city to do rides in different locations and try it for the first time, and that's really important. That's what builds the cycling culture.
Okay, final question to Rod. Now, Andy and I were talking about things that we could do related to sort of cycling and stuff for the Ride Leicester news agency, and one of them we were talking about all the different, trying to assemble for a photograph as many different professions as possible that would use or have used cycling. Obviously, and when you think about them, I should imagine a post office worker is definitely up there in the top 3 of people you would name, you know, just general members of the public would name as someone that uses a bike in any kind of work related way. Do you have any kind of figures on how many postal workers you have that use bikes as part of their rounds?
I don't, but I know there's certainly a lot of keenness amongst Royal Mail and Post Office staff to cycle into work, and there are people using them on the routes as well. So there's a real passion for cycling there. Yeah. And we're keen to get more people doing it to cycle into work.
Excellent. Well, let's have a quick look at your shirt. Fantastic, flying the flag. And Rod, Andy, thanks very much. Good luck. Now, I know you're heading off with Andy Cry from the CTC, who's over there, off round your route. Can you give me a wave, guys, please? Thank you. Good luck.